Why is it not letting me? It's gonna be nuts. Well, I could try it on my computer or on my phone. It's disgusting.
Well, I would think.
Hearing no corrections or changes, I would make a motion to accept the minutes as provided for February 27th, 2025. So moved. Second, please.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor of approving the minutes, please signify by saying aye. All right. You'll give me a moment here. I will get those signed so that I don't leave that doing so.
Hey,
There she is.
I think we've got too much noise.
You won.
Okay, bear with me for a minute.
You're taking a walk with her. Yes, she's gonna buy
Okay.
some things we should know better.
Let's try this. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, Deb, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've got a brand new computer and I don't know, it's not letting me in. So I'm going to do this on my phone.
Okay.
Good enough.
That's as far as
You can see her.
as long as we can see you and hear you, we are good.
Okay, and you can see me and hear me, right?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay, good, good. If it gets too noisy on this end, let me know. We're sitting outside a restaurant, so.
I think if it's the level of sound it is now, I think we're good.
Okay, good.
All right. We have before us tonight in our packets the financial report. Kyle, do you want to speak to the financial report?
So I just read.
Yes, please. Just read it into the record.
Okay. So so what we have listed for the 2025 budget is the appropriation of $8,000 with with what is being described as Indiana Landmarks Commission's membership and the first invoice for professional services. This invoice was done on 3/01/2025 for the amount of $3,800 for the appropriated amount that was then taken out, leaving a total amount of $4,200.
Would you flip it over? And there might be something about the donation account in the back. Nope. Okay, never mind.
Right here.
Oh, wait. Is it next?
Right underneath.
Oh,
Okay.
donation account.
Sorry. For the historic donation account balance, which is $5,467.92.
92 cents will save us every day. Okay. Does anyone have any questions about the finances? I would accept a motion to approve the financial report. So moved. Second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor of accepting the financial report as provided, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The finance report is approved. You are both here to speak for C of A, to a C of A tonight, right?
What's the CAB?
The paperwork to make changes on your home.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, so we have no visitors in the room. Okay, so, moving on to old business. Deb, do you have any reports for old business, anything going on in our districts that we need to know about that isn't a general
Nothing.
announcement?
No,
Nope.
nothing at the moment.
Okay. All right, then we move on to new business. Still in there. Is that
Yeah.
work I need? All right, being very casual, we're being semi-casual tonight here. Okay, so coming before us tonight is 25 C of A 03 for 215 State Street. New metal roof. Deb, would you like to read your report into the record, please?
Yes, I would. This is, as you said, 25 COA 03. This applicants are Glenn and Martha Higgins at 215 State Street in the State and Division Local and National Register Historic District. The building is rated contributing. It's a gable front built around 1890. The proposed project is removing the existing 3-tab asphalt shingles and replacing with metal roofing. They're thinking either a dark brown or a dark green color. So you've got a picture attached of the house, so you can see what that looks like. The finding of fact, the earliest Sanborn maps, the old fire insurance maps that show what type of roof was on which house, shows this house with its shingle roof as far back as I could find this house existing. If a metal roof is approved, it should be a standing seam metal roof and not exposed fastener. The bay window and the flat roof surfaces are to be covered with rubber roofing. The proposed metal roofing material sample product info had not been submitted at the time that I wrote this. I did ask the applicant to bring a sample along tonight, so you may see that later. I don't know, but I did not have that at the
Unfortunately,
time.
our roofer that we had spoken to
Fell
was
off the
injured
roof.
in a fall. He will not be returning this season and may not ever. So we are now looking for someone else to do it. The intent is to do a standing seam metal roof.
We would like to do it on the porch,
Right.
starting from this, if this is the street, here is a gutter, take that out, and then go all the way up like that.
We have to wait, so she does
Oh,
finish
okay.
her piece. That's okay.
Okay.
We're kind of, we're,
That's what we don't have samples
Yeah.
for
okay,
in the
that
process.
makes sense. All right, so I'm gonna let, Deb finish her presentation.
Thank you.
Sorry.
So then the recommended motions, approval of the rubber roofing on the flat porch roofs in the bay window. As a few buildings in the neighborhood originally had metal roofs, which I found in my search through the Sanborn maps, replacement of the existing asphalt shingle roof with metal could be considered with the condition that it be standing seam, not exposed fastener, and a color approved by the commission. If material samples are not submitted prior to commission review, staff additionally recommends final approval of the material and color by staff upon sample submission. That's it.
All right, thank you, Deb. Okay,
Sure.
I have, example of the colors. Just provide.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you'll want to speak loud enough, we're catching you on the,
Okay.
there, so,
Right now, what we're looking at is going to be something of a dark chocolate brown as our primary color. A secondary color could be a burnished slate, which is a dark brown leaning towards a grayish. And then a third choice would be the dark green.
Stay there with the copyright. I'd say that cover car.
all right. And, you were looking at a standing seam without
We
the
prefer,
fasteners.
we prefer a standing seam. What I'm looking at is something that will come close to the look of the old turn standing seam roofs, if I can get that detailed.
Okay, all right. And what about the, request to go with the rubber roofing
The rubber roofing on the
flat
bay
roof,
window.
yes.
in the bay window?
Yes, the porch right now has the rubber roof on it. It needed repair.
Okay.
The bay window has what looks like an old metal with some asphalt over it. When that
Okay,
gets
maybe
replaced, that can go rubber as
that
well.
might have been a torch on or something like that at
Yeah,
one time.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's- I know that
If we
it's
can
metal
get-
underneath, it's metal underneath some type of an asphalt coating.
Okay,
I had to
If
put
we
a
can get,
temporary patch on it.
the standing seam, I prefer that, but, you know, it's up to what you guys approve and what he likes.
I think what you're going to find up here is, that size is not gonna lend itself to standing seam.
Right.
It's probably gonna be the rubber is what a contractor's gonna wanna do just from a labor perspective.
Oh, okay.
Smaller areas,
We're
standing,
okay. We're okay
standing
with
seam
that.
has some tricks to it. Okay, all right, so okay, questions from the commission?
I'd like to see the color samples, please.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
I can't view from over there.
I showed my granddaughter the colors, that she wants number 2.
Well,
But the
so-
the brown is chocolate and she loves chocolate.
Oh,
Granted, but
Okay.
isn't the house color gray?
The house color right now is green.
It's a,
The house is a dark green
very
with
dark
buff,
green.
Hold on, it's
Dark
right after
green.
Deb's.
with buff trim and a burgundy
That's green?
accent.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, that's blue or gray to me. This is one of those internet thingies, what color is the dress?
Yes.
Okay, so it is green?
yes, it's a kind of a forest green.
Yeah, it's a JD dark green, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes,
And is it different than this emerald green that's on here?
yes.
Because I know it's impossible to match.
Yeah.
greens.
Yeah.
And I'd really
Green.
rather have the brown than
Yeah.
the green because it would look like a giant bush from
What color is the trim?
buff.
The trim is a buff color with burgundy accents.
Very bottom, so it looks,
Okay. So number 2 is what your granddaughter likes?
yes.
They're going, number 1 is the first preference, number 2
We
is
would
an
prefer the
alternate.
brown, but she liked that because she's 6.
And one of the reasons that we are giving our granddaughter something is that we intend for her to inherit the house.
Like the British slate better.
I don't know if the color rendition works.
Well, we don't have the materials here, so we still have a staff approval on colors.
Yeah.
That will be outside of the realm of this.
For a better idea of the house, there's a Google map that has kind of the colors.
Here,
That might give a better color rendition.
I like that one better too.
Where would you be able to get the actual sample of the roof?
Could you guys move a little bit to the left so we can get you on camera?
That's gonna depend on the contractor that we're gonna eventually end up with.
We gotta find a contractor,
Yeah,
but
like I
they
said,
get already
This
busy.
contractor
Our
felt.
first one, so
So you understand that you won't be able to purchase the color until it comes in front of the commission?
Correct. From what we've
We can do
noticed from
sample
looking through
first.
samples and everything else, almost everyone has a brown that's going to be
Close.
close to that. For us, as a starting reference, that'll work fairly well. Probably be a little bit different, but we'll definitely have samples available. We have a contractor picked out again.
So flat roof, is that, right now, is that actually rubber?
The
There's
flat
two
roof,
types
the
of
flat roof on the
material
front.
you can use as a rubber, and then I forget what they call that other material on there.
Torchon?
The,
I know it's
The
been
flat roof-
painted a
the
few
flat-
times.
The flat roof in the front over the porch is currently, again, it's that metal with asphalt over it. We've discussed a couple times fixing that, going to a rubber, probably rubber membrane.
And could you please articulate why you want to replace asphalt with metal?
We wanted to go with the metal because of the durability that it has. Most shingle roofs I'm seeing have a 20, 30-year warranty. The metal roofs can go out to 50. And as I was doing the research, the standing seam metal roofs were used in the area to some degree, so that maintains some degree of.
And we're
historical
also
authenticity.
giving time for my granddaughter to grow up, so she can, you know.
So you
appreciate
have
what
a problem.
And one
Yes, I'll be dead.
one
If
consideration
she gets the house, and it doesn't count.
One consideration going with standing seam is, if at all possible in the future, we are considering retrofitting solar panels. Retrofitting solar panels onto a standing seam roof will be much easier than trying to do it on asphalt or anything else.
Correct. Because Appalachian Power gets too much of my money.
But, and we
I
at
mean,
least
we
got a
got like
tentative
4
idea
different
of,
charges in the bottom.
there have been some tentative discussions of solar is at least an option in the area for that house, depending on where we put it and everything else.
Well, my son has a house next door. We have a vacant lot beside us, so nobody's gonna care. And the railroad track,
If we put solar in the back.
you know, wouldn't be seen.
But that's not presently before us.
Yes.
No, ma'am.
We're dealing with the
Okay.
roof.
Yes.
Carrie, do you have any questions? Okay. Any other questions or concerns? Okay, then I would, accept a motion to approve 25, I'll get this number right, C of A 03, based on staff recommendation and with the understanding that the applicants will come to staff when they have a final material picked out and a installer ready to go.
Yes, ma'am.
For the, for approval of color of materials, yes.
Yeah, we were all ready to go. He had the sample, then he fell off the roof. He broke his back, he cracked 2 ribs, broke his leg.
Yeah, you might not come back from that.
Yeah.
We don't know yet.
I will make that motion.
Make that motion, okay, is there a second?
Yes, second.
Motion is made and seconded, all those in favor of 25 C of A 03 being approved with the rules that we have stated, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
It is so approved. Okay, so then you, do you have the paperwork to give to them tonight, or we'll just wait until you have samples ready?
We'll wait until we.
Okay. So
Okay.
at this point, you are good to go, and when you have samples, bring them into the office and they'll do staff approval.
Okay.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you
very
so
much.
much.
We'll get you out before the rain comes back.
Okay, thank you guys so
You're
much.
very welcome, thank you.
What are you gonna do about the cobblestone street on State?
Hoping we hit the lottery to fix it right.
Well, okay, but if you put in the ROI, the last time they did it was when they put it in, that's a fortune, because
It
it took us
absolutely
18
is.
years.
True.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so then, next in front of us is a staff item. And I just flipped everything over.
Right.
Okay, so this was, this is 20, C of A, 25 C of A 02 for 163 Division Street. This was a staff approval done last month. Okay,
Right.
Deb, would you go ahead and read it into the record, please?
Sure. This is 25 COA 02. Applicant is Malcolm Bolden at 163 Division Street in the State and Division Local and National Register Historic Districts, a contributing rated house of the Italianate style built around 1890. So the proposed project was replacement of the existing gray-green 3-tab asphalt shingles with Owens Corning Duration Flex architectural asphalt shingles in onyx black. So that meets the guidelines, retaining the original shape and materials when possible, or in this case, they were replacing the existing. So the proposed shingle replacement is similar to the existing, it's actually a little better being architectural. And it meets the historic district guidelines for material and profile. And so the guidelines say that can be approved by staff. And so I did on April 16th.
Okay. Thank you for doing that.
Sure.
Does anyone have any- Yeah. Does anyone have any questions for Deb regarding the staff approval?
No.
Okay. So that will go into the record. Oh, you got even more pretty colored ones.
Oh, you don't,
We're having comparison of mold colors.
oh, you don't print in color?
No, I have to go into certain bosses' offices to do that, so no, I don't.
This is some serious mold.
That's some- Yeah, that's some festive stuff.
So can I ask a question real quick? So Deb went ahead and approved that,
Mhm.
since it met.
Because it met guidelines, yes. And under the ordinance, there are certain things, if it's a absolute like for like, or like and smidge better, as in this case, and the fact that we did not have a quorum last month,
Yeah.
she's allowed to go ahead and do a staff approval. Under the team's guidance.
Yeah, thank you. That's super.
Okay, are there any announcements for the good of the order?
I guess I would
Go ahead,
just,
Deb. We'll do mine at the end.
I would encourage everybody to think about registering for Historic Preservation Conference. The registration just opened up this week. And as a CLG, you get 2 scholarships that will pay for somebody's way for the conference, as well as their lodging. It's in Fort Wayne, so it's not far away. And it's September 30th through October 3rd, I believe. So I would encourage you to tell Eric you want to go for free. And if those spots get filled, sign up, because the registration is cheaper now and in July than it will be closer to conference. So they've got a lot of good stuff on Tuesday before the conference really starts, September 30th. There's a special afternoon session targeted to preservation commissions, where there'll be a lot of discussion and conversation back and forth about some things that people are doing in different areas. So I think it would be really helpful for everybody, and it counts as your education credit.
Okay.
Question for you, Deb.
Uh-huh.
I'm noticing in driving by the Simpson Love single site historic home on Franklin Street, there is some construction going on over the flat roof portion of the house. Are you aware of that?
I was not aware of that. No.
There's active construction on the structure.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I need to check into that, because no, I was not. It's probably been, I don't know, several weeks since I've been that way. Probably
And I
since
say
went
that
to
because
the
I
house.
just noticed that like a week ago in driving by, I was stuck in traffic and I happened to look over it, being a former owner, and then
Okay.
noticed that was going on, and nothing is coming
Thank
from
you.
it.
We will check into that. I appreciate that. Thank you, Bill.
Okay, you're welcome.
On a related note, I have a question. If you have any update, and I didn't want to do it earlier, but if you have any update on our gentleman from last meeting on, what was it, 142 State Street, Mr. Jones?
The windows?
Yeah, yeah. Have you had any further interaction?
I have not, no.
Did he go ahead? Is he threatened? Or has that been turned over to legal?
That's a great question. I don't know if somebody from Kyle or somebody can shed some light on that. I do not know. I've had no contact with him.
I haven't had any contact with him either.
His comment was he was gonna go
Yeah,
ahead.
he's gonna go ahead and do it. And get fined, and I don't think he realized it's per day. Ha! He's gonna end up owing the city. He's not gonna make any money on this place, no matter what he does to it.
So we'll probably, Kyle, would you follow up
So,
with
yeah.
Eric tomorrow, please? Let us know. Okay,
I remember that because I read the minutes.
and then Carrie has some information for us to share tonight about lead training, lead abatement.
Yes, there's gonna be lead training, RP training, which is just the 8 hour, and then the lead abatement worker, which is a 2-day class, and then the lead project supervisor class, which is a 4-day class. And actually, it looks like these are coming up in June, and then there's some in September too. And I printed 2 copies if anybody wanted those, and I forwarded them to Eric too.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
I'll forward that to Deb too.
Yes, please. Deb, she's gonna forward you the lead contractor, training that's coming up in case you weren't aware of it.
Oh, no, I'm having trouble hearing. There's a car that pulled in right beside me that's running. I can't hear very well. I'm sorry.
So there's an email coming to you with information about lead abatement training.
Okay,
For
good,
contractors and supervisors.
great. When is that happening? Do we know?
One class is the 22nd of September, 23rd of September. So it's that week.
Wait,
Great.
this one says June 23 to 27.
There's
Oh, I'm sorry, there's some in June and there's some in September.
There's lots of.
That's why you're
Okay.
gonna have to look at the email.
I'll email
Good.
you the
Okay, thank you. I know one person right away that I know wants to go that's doing some work there in Elkhart that would like that. So thanks. I'd love to have that.
thank you.
Well worth it. Okay.
Mhm.
Any other questions, concerns? Mr. Davis, do you have anything for us to be concerned about? Okay. Hearing no other announcements for the good of the order, I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
It's been moved and
Second.
seconded. Right. All those who want to approve the motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, we are adjourned at 7:26.
Okay, thanks.
Thank
Thanks,
you to
Deb.
everyone
Thanks,
for
Deb.
dealing with the unusual situation tonight.
And no rain yet.
So greatly